So what areas should I invest in and what areas should I avoid? These are the two questions I get asked quite regularly as somebody who buys a lot of properties for myself, for my clients and my JV partners, and we let a lot of properties in and around the Birmingham area. So essentially we get to see what it's like from the front line and we get to see the full life cycle of that property. Now my answer to this question is always the same. It really, ultimately anywhere you can find a deal because deals are that hard to find. And ultimately, it depends on what type of headaches you want. So, each area has a different type of headache. And I'll give you an example. So the rougher areas of Birmingham, or any city really, the tenant profile for those areas are very different. You have much higher risk tenants. So there's a higher chance of arrears, higher chance of damages, maintenance, a lot more maintenance issues, longer voids. But in those areas, as long as you purchase the property and not leave a lot of money in the deal, then actually you can argue that, well, you didn't leave a lot of money in the deal. It's potentially a free property. You just have to now handle this type of risk, this type of headaches. Is that worth it for you? For some, actually, it is. So it depends on that particular deal and it depends on if you want to deal with those type of headaches. On the flip side, let's say buying properties in more affluent areas. An example would be South Birmingham. Okay, so areas, properties in the South of Birmingham and their tenants, property prices are generally higher in the South of Birmingham. The yield isn't as high, but you will attract, in my opinion, better tenants. You will get different type of headaches from those tenants, but the maintenance issues, for example, there won't be as many maintenance issues. There's always higher demand for properties in those areas. So the void rate is quite low. So yeah, you're going to save a lot more money in terms of maintenance and voids in those areas. The only thing is you have to pay more for the property itself, so you leave more in the deal. But on the plus side, there's better capital appreciation and higher demand for those properties in the more affluent area. So overall, you might argue actually, you'd make more money buying a property in the more affluent areas. So a good property in a good street, in a good area to attract a good tenant. Even though the yield might be lower, actually overall, over a period of time, your return on investment might be better. And you'll get a different type of headaches, let's say, from those tenants. So really it depends on what type of headaches you want and how money is left in the deal.